So far, Earth is the only known place in the universe that supports life. We've searched everywhere in space: Mars, Venus, Jupiter, and unfortunately, we found no signs of life. But when you reflect on the size of the universe and realize that the number of stars out there is greater than all the grains of sand on Earth, and that each one of those stars has billions of planets orbiting it, it becomes really hard to believe that Earth is the only place with life in this cosmic ocean. So let's take you on a short journey to the most promising exoplanets ever discovered. These aren't dry, boring planets like Mars. These are potentially habitable worlds, bigger and even better than Earth. This planet is currently the top candidate if we ever want to leave Earth behind. It's a rocky, massive planet, twice the size of Earth, and it orbits in the habitable zone of its star. That means the conditions are just right for liquid water to exist on its surface. And as we all know, water is essential for life. Now, this planet orbits a very special kind of star. Our sun is a G-type star, also known as a yellow dwarf. These stars live for about 10 billion years, and our sun is already halfway through its life. In another 5 billion years, it will expand into a red giant and destroy Earth. But this planet's star is a K-type star, smaller and more stable than our sun, with a lifespan that can reach up to 70 billion years. Life on Earth began just over 4 billion years ago. So just imagine how far life could evolve over 70 billion years on that planet. It might seem like a perfect planet, and I know you probably want to go there now, but unfortunately, it's incredibly far away. I'm talking about 3,000 light years from Earth. If you and I boarded the Orion spacecraft and somehow convinced its people to take us there, it would take more than 100,000 years to arrive. Maybe one day, we'll have a ship fast enough to reach that place in a reasonable time. But for now, we can only dream and imagine the forms of life thriving there. And now, 39 light years away from Earth, there's a system with 7 Earth-sized planets orbiting one star. 3 of those planets are potentially habitable. These planetary treasures were discovered in 2017, and they're way older than Earth, over 7 billion years old. TRAPPIST-1 is the 4th planet in this system, and it caught scientists' attention because it's slightly smaller than Earth, with conditions suitable for water to exist on its surface. It also has a thick atmosphere rich in oxygen, even more than what we have on Earth. But this star system is very different from ours. The planets orbit a red dwarf star, which is roughly the size of Jupiter and much cooler than our sun. This means the planets have to be very close to the star to stay warm. Scientists believe the planets are tidally locked, which means one side always faces the star and is constantly hot, while the other side is frozen in eternal darkness. Still, the most fascinating thing about this system is imagining what life might look like. If you looked up at the sky from one of these planets, you'd see giant planets orbiting close by. They'd look like neighboring countries you could visit, a skiing trip on TRAPPIST-H, then a summer vacation on TRAPPIST-D. Even though it's 39 light years away, it's not impossible to think that one day humans might call it home. Next up is Kepler 452b, or as some call it, Earth 2.0. This planet is scary because it shares so many features with Earth. It orbits a star just like our sun, with a year that lasts 384 days. That would make each month on this planet about 32 days long. That's 5% longer than our year. The planet itself is 50% bigger than Earth. That means larger continents, more land, maybe even more water. Sounds perfect, right? Well, not exactly. Because it's 50% larger, the gravity would also be stronger, so everyone would weigh about twice as much. And here's something stranger. This planet doesn't have any planetary neighbors. It's completely alone in its orbit. If you ever got the chance to visit this lonely planet, would you go? Just remember, your weight will double the second you step on it. And finally, we end our journey 600 light years away in the constellation of Cygnus with Kepler 22b, one of the most intriguing planets ever discovered. It orbits in the perfect habitable zone. And all the evidence suggests it may be completely covered in water. Yes, just like the water planet from Interstellar, it's possible that life evolved deep in its oceans, maybe with strange creatures we've never seen or even imagined. And I'm sure if we ever take a trip to this world, it will hold some massive surprises. So my question to you is, which of these planets would you choose? Personally, for now, I'll stay right here on Earth.